forgot about the microphone. Oh man, off to a great start. Oh my god, what the hell? That's fine. It's within reach. I can be heard. Okay. Just double check I actually linked to everything. I did not. Every single time I type my own username wrong. I called this a silent stream originally, and then changed that because I just knew it wouldn't happen. There we go. Yay, that's good. Okay. I think that's all good. Well, I just get to sit here and read. Oh, it is. Actually, I wonder if I can quickly edit that. You know, before we get too into it. Background color, font settings. Oh, there we go. I'll just change it to black. Try now. Say words. I can say words. Why is it grey? What? It says it's pure black. Should we go with violently red? Wow, I hadn't actually considered this as an issue. Is it just me or is it like behind something? It is! It's behind the chat frame, that's why. There we go. It's all good. I worked out the problem. I was like, oh, everything looks so pale. Okay, that's fine. We fixed that. Has anything else gone wrong? Everything else is working? Channel points are working? Can you see all the new ones? Hell yeah. Well, I've got to find where I am. This is actually a sequel though, so spoilers. I've read this chapter. Can't remember where I am. This sounds familiar. I can read, it's true. The rumors are true. Amusingly, there's a reading aloud tag on... I know, I wish you were literate too. There's a reading aloud tag on Twitch, but there's not a silent reading one. £500. And I will read drunk. feel like I need music or something in the background for this. Greg is definitely illiterate. He's also too far away to read. I can't remember what page I was on. Well. This side. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay. Blind. Okay, so to summarize so far, I am reading The Fall of Hyperion, which is the sequel to Hyperion, which is a sci-fi novel by Dan Harmon. The first one is mostly based similarly to Chaucer's... Oh god, what's it called? Canterbury Tales. It's a group of people going on a journey together. They're going to a place called Hyperion, where a beast called the Shrike lives. And the Shrike is described as basically just a bunch of fucking knives in the shape of a creature. And it's been killing people. I was like, huh, this squash smells like coffee. That was the coffee cup. I couldn't see. Yeah. Perhaps next time I will just drink. It's easier. So this is the second book, and this follows after they discover one of the people in their midst was a traitor, and said traitor changes his mind and is basically like, fuck it, we're all supposed to see the Shrike. Let's go try and see the Shrike. I can read upside down, by the way. It just hurts. It's just starting to kind of look like Greek. It's worse because it's a sci-fi novel, so half of these aren't real words. It's like, I'm like, I understand this. And then you get to like, I don't even know what that word is. I don't know what that is in English. Gotta hydrate when you're reading. It still tastes like coffee. It's trying to live vicariously through me drinking, clearly. I'm gonna finish this page upside down because I reckon I can just about understand what's happening. Oh god. Cadaquility? That's not a word. Portal. Rug? I did it. Upside down. Am I allowed to see again? I think I'm allowed to see. Yeah, we tidied. It's finally tidying. There's more space for me to put stuff on there. The on-air sign does actually turn on, but for some reason it just completely blows out the background. Okay, let me quickly work out what word I was trying to read. It was capability. That's alright, we've all been there. Okay. Now on to the third page of the stream. Yeah, unfortunately it's sci-fi, so, like, half the words my brain was just kind of, like, Animal Crossing noises. Nice. I was wondering how I could get music to play in the background, and the only thing I could think of was to just put my Switch in and leave Animal Crossing open in the background. This whole stream is just an elaborate attempt to prove I can actually read. You keep your copper on your desk, not in your forge. Well, like, not the forge itself, obviously, it would melt. But, like, in your forging area. Aw, thank you. You came, that means enough. This is the most organized this room has ever been, including when it was my bedroom. Oh my god. That was surprising. What do you want me to do? I feel like I'm being paid to do something. Are you just cheering the fact I'm actually literate? Both are acceptable. I'm surprised too. It's taken me about a year to read this much of this book. Hence the stream. I mean, how long does it take to read? 550 pages? I'm sure I can do that in a 3-hour stream. And not get distracted immediately. I assume you're reading a translation, not in Italian. There's this, like, I can't remember what comedian it is, but there's this thing by a comedian who calls it, like, I'm reading books, and he'll have a book on his bedside table, and every night he'll go back to it, and have forgotten what happened in the last chapter, so he goes back a chapter, starts reading again, doesn't finish the chapter. Next time he picks up the book, can't remember where he was in the book, goes back a chapter, and he just recounts how he started going backwards through series doing that. And I think about it anytime I pick up a book. God, sci-fi novels love their acronyms. It's almost as bad as the NHS. Ooh. That's just cruel. That's twice the reading. I mean, surely by the time you finish it, you'll be fluent in Italian then. Stupid hard sci-fi. They're just talking about space travel now. And military tactics. That's how they get you. You start reading a sci-fi novel and it just drops every single genre on you at once. Including technical manuals. You're so cruel to me. Oh no. I worry about how many channel points you have. Okay, that's 2 minutes of Book Upside Down. Wait, no, you're correct. It is supposed to be that the minutes add up, but I will accept you requesting it to be corrected. Because I find that funnier. I think you should fight each other. Just keep trying to get me to flip the book over. Luckily, they're not real rules. I can do what I like. Also, for some reason, I decided to put the screen on my smaller screen. It's not in front of me. I think I'm just used to looking over there. That's fair. I've got a few expensive ones. So you can save up to blind me normally. You know, there's actually like a 90% discount currently on taking my glasses away from me. Ah, okay. I'm safe for now then. But yeah, normally taking my glasses off is 5,000. It's currently 500. Because it's actually not that irritating. Because I can read without my glasses. Can't read the chat. But luckily I'm not sellotaped to this chair. So I'm allowed to leave. Oh god. What? None of those words were real words. Maybe it's to do with maths. Maybe that's why. Should have made this an ASMR stream. How'd you watch a stream of ASMR though? Ooh. Tell me more. That seems like the opposite of a homeworld. That's a lack of homeworld. Oh, that's nice. At least they had a backup. Most civilizations aren't that forward-thinking. Ooh, how does it make use of 3D space then? I'm imagining like just a big cube full of cubes as the game board basically. That's how I do it anyway. Oh, okay. Interesting. Axes are weird. I'd probably call that the Z-axis. But it depends. They're all correct. That's the thing with 3D space. I want more like sci-fi things to like let you exist without like gravity in space. It'd be hard, but like I don't know. I just want to feel like there is no up. To be fair, it changes between things. It's really annoying. I think between Autodesk Maya and Unreal Engine, it flips which way Z is. So for one, it's essentially like X, Y, Z, and for the other, it's X, Y, Z. That's just kind of, I guess, the difference between building up and building back. But it's really disorientating. Well, I guess I was gonna say like I'm also no game maker, but technically, I still have the only game I've ever fully made on my phone. It's awful, but it's there. Hammer swinging is also a very required part of humanity. Potentially even more than making awful video games. And streaming. See, you're a blacksmith and I am a jester. Can I make my arms on this chair go up higher? Damn it. Effective, just distract me. I'm not reading, I'm responding to you. You're doing your job well. How are you doing today? Oh, that's the side of my mouse. Read out loud. Okay. One could stand as I did that morning under the brilliant sun of Tal Ceti and look down the concourse to the nighttime midway of Deneb Dre, alive with neon and hollows, catch a glimpse of the 100-tiered main mall of Luscious, while knowing that beyond it lay the shadow-dappled boutiques of God's Grove, with its brick concourse and elevators to treetops, the most expensive eatery in the web. I didn't give a damn about all that. I just wanted to find a quiet bar. TC2 bars were too filled with bureaucrats, teeps, and business types. So I caught one of the concourse shuttles and stepped off on Sol Draconi Septum's main drag. The gravity discouraged many. It discouraged me. But it didn't mean that the bars were less full. Those that were there had come to drink. The place I chose was a ground-level bar, almost hidden under the support pillars and service chutes to the main shopping trellis, and it was dark inside. Dark walls, dark wood, dark patrons. Their skin as black as mine was pale. It was a good place to drink, and I did so, starting with a double scotch and getting more serious as I went along. I'm glad you're okay. Even there I couldn't be free of Gladstone. Far across the room, a flat-screen TV showed the CEO's face with the blue and gold background she used for state broadcasts. Several of the other drinkers had gathered to watch. I heard snatches of speech. To ensure safety of hegemony citizens and cannot be allowed to endanger the safety of the web, or our allies in, thus I have authorized a full military response to. Turn that goddamn thing down. I was amazed to realize that it was me shouting. The patrons glowered over their shoulders, but they turned it down. I watched Gladstone's mouth move a moment, and then I waved to the bartender for another double. Sometimes later, I realized it might have been hours. I looked up from my drink to realize that there was someone sitting across from me in the dark booth. It took me a second, blinking, to recognize who it was in the dim light. For an instant my heart raced, and I thought, Fanny? I hate American books. But then I blinked again and said, Lady Philomel? She still wore the dark blue dress I'd seen her in at breakfast. Somehow it seemed cut lower now. Her face and shoulders seemed to glow in near darkness. M7, she said, her voice almost a whisper. I've come to redeem your promise. Promise? I waved the bartender over, but he did not respond. I frowned and looked at Diana Philomel. What promise? You can't use Fanny as a name. It's funny. Like, you know it doesn't mean the same thing here. It's just kind of shocking. Like, I wasn't expecting it, because I'm reading aloud, so I'm focused on that, not reading ahead. It was in italics as well. Like, it's funny either way, to be honest, that that's anyone's name. I assume it was a name first, and then came to have the secondary meaning. You know? Like, it definitely feels like it would come to have the secondary meaning. I'm trying to think, there are definitely equivalents where you refer to something with someone's name, but none are coming to mind. Richard, actually, is a good one for that. Are there any others? I feel like Richard is like the main one people use. Exactly, because Dick. Actually, I'm pretty sure Dick was a nickname for Richard before, and that's why also is a slang term for penis. I think you should absolutely look up funny names. It's for the greater good. For the love of Pete, yeah. That's another one. I finished a chapter. I deserve a reward. And I choose this 3D printed slug. It's a good reward. Others tend to be, I guess, like, you know, I just can't think of any. My head is empty. Maybe I can't read. Maybe I've been lying. I'm just looking at this. I can't read. So if that's the more common one, what's the less common one? Neat, apparently I'm streaming. Thank you, Twitch. Oh, for the love of Pete. I suppose that's effectively synonymous. Like, they mean the same thing. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry? That's another one. Dick again, as well. A lot of dicks. I wish I'd made myself tea before I started this. I was gonna make myself a coffee, but my coffee machine is way too loud to turn on while I'm streaming. Oh yeah, are you joshing me? That's a good one. Salty Johns. Yeah, that's why, in Ace Attorney it's Detective Dick Gumshoe, because both Dick and Gumshoe were slang for detectives. Just ends up being an amazing name in the end. But all of the Ace Attorney names are like that, I'm pretty sure. Like, the main character is also called Phoenix Wright. His last name is Wright. That's so on the nose. I remember in Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, there's a murderer called Kira, and in the post-game content she complains about how obvious her name is. And was like, that's why I lost the trial. No one else could have been it. Oh, if they're having salty johns, they're giving every excuse they can think of. I have never heard that turn of phrase in my life. That's amazing. I'm actually kind of afraid if I get asked to read more out loud, because I don't know how half of this is pronounced. Like, you know when you're reading a book and you come across a name you're not familiar with and your brain just kind of makes a noise to represent it? That happens a lot in this book. The thing is, though, is it, as far as I know, it's not a Japanese name. It's supposed to just be the English word killer. So it's like, it's an odd one, I find, because it's, I don't know. Like, it's based off of English, not Japanese. I think maybe they just think it sounds cool. I have gotten that far in JoJo, actually. That is the part I'm currently on and that have been for over a year. It's a lot. Watching JoJo is a lot. I don't know. I see. I mean, it is called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I didn't go into it expecting a normal time. But it's more just, I guess, the pacing. Like, it will be like, just kind of like, bam, bam, bam. You get, like, thrown so much information that, like, I was kind of only watching a few episodes every here and there. So I get to watching it again and be like, oh god, I can't remember what happened. I'm trying to remember any of the stands I liked. All of the main ones are kind of because most of the time if you have a main character, you always effectively just make their power their strong. Oh, my sleeve's undone. Wow. Actually, that's amazing. That's the best stand. Well, unfortunately, I'm not autistic, so I struggle reading anime. I do struggle reading anime. I'm much better at watching manga. Stop distracting me from reading, even though that's your job, by indulging my interests. I mean, I suppose if you're making your heels longer, at least you could, like, kick someone and then effectively stab them long ranged. I can see that being useful. But yeah, because I was thinking, like, oh god, like, Crazy Diamond is also just kind of strong. Like, all the main character stands are really boring. Oh my god, is it actually? You see, it's an effective tactic. I like the weirder ones. For sure. Or, like, I like when they have stupidly specific criteria around them. I just misread someone's name as Ligma. Maybe I really can't read. Yes. Like, that at least is more interesting. Like, breaking and rebuilding stuff. There are useful things to do. Although, I love that it's just kind of a bit bullshit. I can't remember what Heaven's Door does. See, I'm an awful JoJo fan. I wouldn't even call myself a fan of JoJo, I'm just watching it currently. Oh, yes. Yes, oh god. What's his name? It begins with an R. Yeah, that's a really cool effect, actually. I like, the girl as well, where it's just her hair. Rohan Kishibe, yes. I was trying to remember the spin-off series. Thus spoke Rohan Kishibe. Which I've also not seen, because I've not caught up with JoJo. So I want to watch the spin-off yet. Oh. I mean, there are enough characters, you could probably make 1,000 spin-offs. Oh yeah, I heard about that one recently, actually. I think that'd be interesting. She was pretty cool. I wonder what anime series has the most spin-offs. Yeah, like, she was set up as being really cool, and besides training... Oh god, she trains Joseph, right? Like, yeah, she's kind of not really shown as being as cool as she said. But aren't, like, all of the Lupin ones not actually spin-offs? They're just weird. And I thought Case Closed was just long I don't think I have many spin-offs. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mostly just remember the tower, because I love anything with a tower in it. That's literally why I read Tower of God. The title had tower in it. If something has either tower or game in the title, I'm like on board immediately. Yeah, I'd say Gundam's a pretty good one, because as far as I know, they're separate from each other. I do have towering standards. Because, like, they're distinct stories with tie-ins, I'd say, is what makes a spin-off. Like, because, you know, sometimes animes just have different names for the second series. Like, you know, like Dragon Maid S. It's like, it's the same show, just use the number 2. Come on. It's confusing. One time I went to Forbidden Planet, and in their novel section, they had a reading guide for how to read the Monogatari series, like what order it was in, because you can't tell by the titles. I've never actually been to the Tower of London. It's not tall enough. I don't care about it. Like, if a tower doesn't have, like, more than 100 floors, what's the point? There are skyscrapers now with over 100 floors, right? I am pathetic, it's true. Oh, I already read that. I think I've read the same paragraph about 4 times. I'm gonna finish this page, damn it. You're doing well. You're doing your job well. I'm proud of all of you. I don't think I've ever watched a single series of Gundam. I just don't like mech stuff. Exactly. I'm just making you guys do all the work today. I mean, that's all just chatting streams are, right? Just you guys do the work. It's the streamer equivalent of wheeling in a TV into a classroom. So we're watching movies today. Wait, no, that would be that dumb Twitch TV thing people are doing. Exactly. Just teachers hungover talk. I see. But you see, the problem is there are giant robots. And I don't care about giant robots, so... If I ever liked a mech anime? The only mech anime I've ever liked is Pacific Rim. And Real Steel. Don't punch spaghetti, that's a hate crime against Italians. I forgot I still have my TV on. Oh, that was terrifying. Pasta la vista indeed. That's the Italian national motto, right? They're comfortable, really. As long as you just don't tie them very fast. Fast? Tight was the word I was looking for. This person just tried to shoot the terrifying beast. I don't think that'll work. It controls time, I'm pretty sure. Maybe gun's too fast. Sure, go ahead. Just send me it, I'll check later. I got this. I can turn the page. Another chapter down. We're making progress. It only took me 40 minutes to read 2 chapters of book. Reading out loud is an entirely separate skill. Exactly, we're doing well. I read at approximately 1 chapter a year. Thank you. You did a good job distracting me. So far you're winning. Everyone else gotta bring up the slack. I'm making progress in this book. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Talkative is definitely a benefit. It's sad being here alone. You're doing well as well. Could do better. Talk more about anime to me. You watching anything else at the moment other than Gundam? The mule. Why? Because you carry a conversation. I was close. What do they call a pretty lady in Glasgow? Oh, you're watching Demon Slayer. I'm behind on Demon Slayer. I watched the first 2 episodes. A tourist. That's awful. Oh, that's funny. There's more to watch now as well. I say I watched the first episodes. I watched the first episode of the Mugen Train arc, realised it was the same thing again, and then watched the first episode of the Entertainment arc. It was pretty. It's definitely pretty. Did you watch all of the Mugen Train arc that they did in the TV series? Because I liked the first episode. And seeing all of, like, the little bit before the film. But then by the second episode, it just felt like they'd cut up the film into episodes. And that annoyed me, so I came back in when it came to the new arc. I only saw it once, but I saw it in cinemas. So that was nice, at least. What are Arxis working on? I don't recognize the studio name. Arc System Works. Oh, Guilty Gear. That's why I've not heard of it. DNF. DNF. I can't even begin to think what that is. We exist in very separate areas of anime. What even is my area of anime? Weird stuff. That is lame. How dare you not support the industry? Do you want animators to die? Dungeon Fighter? What on earth is that? I just watch anything that's weird, to be honest. That's what I watch. I'm watching My Dress Up Darling at the moment. That's adorable. I tried to, like, watch all of the first episodes for stuff. The police anime was cute, but I only watched the first episode. I'm very bad at watching anime, actually. I'm a disappointment of a weeb. There is no good way to hold a book that doesn't hurt. Read out loud. Oh god. It's gonna be intelligible. Intelligible? Unintelligible. I keep saying intelligible. Okay, maybe. It doesn't matter, said Diana. He's not going to live after the interrogation anyway. Her voice came again, directed towards me. Why did the CEO invite you to the council, John? Not sure. To hear about the pilgrims, probably. What pilgrims, John? The Shrike pilgrims. Someone else made a noise. Hush, said Diana Philomel. To me, she said, are those the Shrike pilgrims on Hyperion, John? Yes. Is there a pilgrimage underway now? Yes. Why is Gladstone asking you, John? I dream them. There was a disgusted sound. Herman said, he's crazy. Even under Truth Talk, he doesn't know who he is. Now he's giving us this. Let's just get it over with, and... Shut up, said Lady Diana. Gladstone's not crazy. She invited him, remember? John, what do you mean you dream of them? I dream the first Keats retrieval persona's impressions, I said. My voice was thick, as if I were talking in my sleep. He hardwired himself into one of the pilgrims when they murdered his body, and now he roams their microsphere. Somehow his perceptions are my dreams. Perhaps my actions are his dreams. I don't know. Insane, said Hermond. No, said Lady Diana. Her voice was strained, almost shocked. John, are you a cybrid? Yes. Oh, Christ and Allah, said Lady Diana. What's a cybrid? Said one of the goons. He had a high, almost feminine voice. Same. There was silence for a moment, and then Diana spoke. Idiot. Cybrids were human remotes created by the Corps. There were a few on the advisory council until the last century, when they were outlawed. Like an android or something? Shut up, said Hermond. No, answered Diana. Cybrids were genetically perfect, recombed from DNA going back to the old Earth. All you needed was a bone, a fragment of hair. John, can you hear me? John? Yes? John, you're a cybrid. Do you know who your persona template was? John Keats. I could hear her take a deep breath. Was John Keats? A poet. When did he live, John? From 1795 to 1821, I said. Which reckoning, John? Old Earth, AD, I said. Pre-Hegira. Modern era. Interesting. I look up and see that. I'm not sure what to make of it. I mean, it's the future. They're basically growing entire romance poets in vats. I'm sure they have plenty of femboys. Where was I? Herman's voice broke in, agitated. John, are you in contact with the Technocore right now? Yes. Are you free to communicate despite the Truth Talk? Yes. Oh, fuck, said the goon with the high voice. We've got to get out of here, snapped Hermond. Just a minute more, said Diana. We've got to know. Can we take him with us? Said the deep-voiced goon. Idiot, said Hermond. If he's alive and in touch with the Datasphere and Core, hell, he lives in the Core. His mind's there. Then he can tip Gladstone, exec, Force, or anybody. Shut up, said Lady Diana. We'll kill him as soon as I'm finished. A few more questions, John. Yes? Why does Gladstone need to know what's happening to the Shrike Pilgrims? Does it have something to do with the war with the Ousters? I'm not sure. Shit, whispered Hermond. Let's go. Quiet. John, where are you from? I've lived on Esperance for the last 10 months. And before that? On Earth before that. Which Earth? Demanded Hermond. New Earth? Earth 2? Earth City? Which one? Earth, I said. And then I remembered. Old Earth. Old Earth? Said one of the goons. This is fucked. I'm getting out of here. There came the frying bacon sizzle of a weapons laser. I smelled something sweeter than frying bacon, and there was a heavy thump. Diana Philomel said, John, are you talking about your persona template's life on Old Earth? No. You, the Cybrid, you. Were on Old Earth? Yes, I said. I woke from death there, in the same room on the Piazza di Spagno in which I died. Seven was not there, but Dr. Clark and some of the others were. He is crazy, said Hammond. Old Earth's been destroyed for more than 4 centuries. Unless cyborgs can live for more than 400 years? No, snapped Lady Diana. Shut up and let me finish this. John, why did the Corps bring you back? I don't know for sure. Does it have something to do with the civil war going on between the AIs? Perhaps, I said. Probably. She asked interesting questions. Which group created you? The Ultimates, Stables, or Volatiles? I don't know. I could hear a sigh of exasperation. John, have you notified anyone of where you are, or what's happening to you? No, I said. It was a sign of the lady's less than impressive intelligence that she waited so long to pose that question. Hammond also let out a breath. Great, let's get the hell out of here before... John, said Diana, do you know why Gladstone manufactured this war with the ousters? No, I said, or rather, there might be many reasons. The most probable is that the most probable is that it is a bargaining ploy in her dealings with the Corps. Why? Elements in the leadership realm of the Corps are afraid of Hyperion, I said. Hyperion is an unknown variable in a galaxy where every variable has been quantified. Who is afraid, John? The Ultimate, Stables, or Volatiles? Which group of AIs is afraid of Hyperion? All 3, I said. Shit, whispered Hammond. Listen, John. Do the time tombs and Shrike have something to do with all this? Yes, they have a lot to do with that. How? Asked Diana. I don't know. No one does. Hammond or someone hit me sharply, viciously, in the chest. You mean the fucking Corps Advisory Council hasn't predicted the outcome of this war? These events? Hammond growled. Are you expecting me to believe that Gladstone and the Senate went to war without a probability prediction? No, I said. It's been predicted for centuries. Diana Philomel made a noise like a child being confronted with a large mound of candy. What has been predicted, John? Tell us everything. My mouth was dry. The Truth Talk serum had dried up my saliva. It predicted the war, I said. The identities of the pilgrims on the Shrike pilgrimage. The betrayal of the Hegemony Council in activating a device that will has opened the time tombs. Thank you. I'm dying. I know I lost my place. The emergence of the Shrike Scourge. The outcome of the war in the Scourge. What is the outcome, John? Whispered the woman I had made love to a few hours earlier. The end of the hegemony, I said. The destruction of the world web. I tried to lick my lips, but my tongue was dry. The end of the human race. Oh, Jesus and Allah, whispered Diana. Is there a chance the prediction could be an error? No, I said. Or rather, only in the effect of Hyperion on the result. The other variables are all accounted for. Kill him, shouted Herman Philomel. Kill it, so we can get out of here and inform Harbit and the others. All right, said Lady Diana. Then, a second later, no, not the laser, you idiot. We'll inject the lethal dose of alcohol as planned. Here, hold the osmosis cuff so I can attach this drip. Oh no, what are you going to do? I'm not reading out loud and upside down. Oh god, I can't even tell where I am anymore. It's no issue until I get to words that aren't real. I feel like reading manga would be easier just in terms of the lack of quantity of words to read upside down. Oh no, you poor thing. I watched some of Record of Ragnarok. I'm sorry they killed it like that. Hell yeah, another chapter down. This really is effective for getting me to do stuff. I normally read on trains, and like the past 4 trains I've been on, I just have not read anything. Ah, water good. Water very good. What is it, phone? Oh, Jesus Christ. I accidentally opened a Facebook story. That was awful. Oh, I was saying that the streams really help with getting me to do stuff, because I've read 3 chapters of this. And I repeatedly went on trains to try, well, not specifically to try and read, because I normally read on trains. I also accidentally opened up a Facebook story and scared myself, because it was really loud. No one ever intends to open a Facebook story either. Yeah, I don't know what was going on in the video. Yeah. Who knows if I'm even friends with that person. Probably not if I have them on Facebook. Probably knew them as a child. That's about it for people I have on Facebook. That's what it's for, right? Jump scared me too. We all get to join in the fear. I've just like never bothered to unadd anyone since I got it when I was 13. So that's all just people it suggested that I knew in my class. I didn't like those people. Didn't dislike them, but we weren't friends, that was for sure. Do you think someone becomes a streamer because they had a good childhood and friends? Absolutely not. No need to cry. They're wholesome, they just don't have friends as children. I only use Facebook Messenger because actually it's the only one that has a good overlay on my phone, so I can scroll Tumblr at the same time. I would say maybe don't do that. I mean, it would be funny. But really, do you think the popular kids are the ones becoming streamers? I know, but I feel the need to add a disclaimer just in case. Just according to my sources, you don't have friends? I don't think it's empirical evidence, isn't it? Empirical evidence is like solid data, like numbers. If it's like personal stories, it's. I can't remember. I can't remember what the opposite of empirical is. And I did specify as children. They might have friends now. That's acceptable. 100% of Twitch streamers we asked had no friends as children. Sample size, one person. They're pretty good numbers. According to surveys. You're lonely. Liar. They're contradicting the data. Get them. Take them away. Ban their account. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your D&D campaign. What happened? Why are you not good at it? Oh, well, at least you don't one-shot you. Maybe you're better than you think. That doesn't seem like the most suitable environment for not being injured. Are they slow plant zombies at least? Plants don't tend to be on fire in my limited experience. They have that benefit. Ooh, chapter down. These chapters are shorter than I remember them being. I was cursed as a child, so that if I don't sit in chairs like an idiot, I'll die. Fun fact. Nearly halfway. Impressive. That's just impressive. Did I just hit the microphone? Ooh. I'm not really sure what Celtic food would be. I mean, it could turn into a group reading stream. We'll all read together. And simultaneously very warm, but very cold. Fish and potatoes isn't the worst. I prefer meat and potatoes personally. I feel like I need to learn how to cook fancier food because everything I make is very nice but very simple. I want to do something more impressive. Ooh, that's cool. Food is history most of the time. I will stretch. Stretch. I definitely like the background as it is now. I think it looks nice. It's a lot tidier. Crazy what some actual tidying can do. And rearranging. Can't forget furniture rearranging. We require validation. We spent hours on this. And the emotes. Yay! Thank you. Now complement it more specifically. I require 100-word analysis. This stream has homework. That would be a good start. And I did the entire background and then had to blur it so it looked nicer. I think my suffering is the biggest. Thank you. You did very well. We went for a sophisticated vibe. So that was the exact phrasing I wanted to hear. Very psychic of you, yes. I'm going to quickly mute my microphone because I would like to make myself a coffee. And the only way I can do that is by using that incredibly loud machine. So, one moment. We did make the perfect emotes for this. Don't mind mixing the coffee on stream, that's not ungodly loud. Come on, mix, you bastard. Come on, dissolve. You know you want to. Come on, I believe in you. That's hot coffee. Oh yeah, you said you would. I mean, I suppose step 1 is make a spoon. And then step 2 is to just stretch it out really long. That's a lot of coffee. Warm. That's so good. Well, unfortunately, it's too warm, so now I have to wait for it to cool down. Which is just great. My life is so hard. I don't know, I feel like making a spoon out of metal is easier than making a spoon out of wood, at least. You have to have very specialist tools to spoon little. Yep. Professional metal bonker. You should get business cards with that printed. I like to think of myself as an ideas man. I can't do the execution, so I require other people who can. I'm more of the creative director type. Just get to sit on my big chair and tell people what to do. It's my dream anyway. I love that there's something in this book that is a cross, but obviously it's found on another planet, so they're just kind of like trying to make excuses, like that some kind of proto-human must have gone there and discovered Christianity. Like, it's just a coincidence, maybe, as well. Like, there's an entire cathedral on that planet. It's just, you know, just happens. Maybe people 10,000 light years apart both thought big arches cool. Space Jesus is supposed to be the giant knife creature, actually. Apparently it also grants wishes, which is, you know, pretty damn nice of it at least. Yes! I'm another chapter down. It's going so well. I'm winning. I'm winning at books. I'm winning at coffee also. It's so good. I love warmth. Well, they're written by multiple authors, so presumably at least one video game novel adaptation has to be good, right? Just by sheer force of numbers. There's also something this book does, which took me ages to work out what it was, but people are often referred to as M then their surname. And it took me about, 3/4 of the way through the first book to twig that that is supposed to be a futuristic, gender neutral version of Mr. and Miss. Because they all start with an M, so you can abbreviate it to just M. But I just thought, like, everyone's first name began with an M for, like, 3/4 of the book. Even though I also knew their names. God, sitting comfortably to read is an impossible task. How very normal of you. Oh, can you remember anything about the book? Of course. Of course not, of course not. That's better. Nice and big. I finally moved the Streamlabs to the larger monitor. Now I can see my own face even larger. How awful. I wanted to drag the rocking chair I have up here. There's no way I could fit it up the stairs. Get real comfy. This is gonna be a very amusing VOD to watch back. Just 3 hours of pure silence. Exactly. Unfortunately, the rocking chair has been taken over by one of the cats. It's his now. scared myself though. My god, at some point I've spilled coffee over myself repeatedly. This is why I never wear white. Luckily it's below what the camera can see. Coffee doesn't stain, right? See, this is like the first time I've worn white in months, and I immediately spilled coffee on it somehow. Like, it's not even dripping. How on earth did that happen? I know what you mean. Okay, so far in the book, we are following a man who is a biological clone of the 1700s to 1800s poet John Keats. And had his memory wiped, but still retains a link to the idea of John Keats, or the original persona, which was extracted from his body originally and implanted in someone else's head. So far the book is alternating between his adventures in space bureaucracy and him recounting what happened to the characters of the first novel, because he can sense them in his dreams. And the original characters are not doing so well. One of them was murdered by the Shrike, so rip that guy. And they are now going to have to hide in what is essentially the Shrike's home, because there's a giant sandstorm currently. And they are trapped. And that's kind of all that's really happened. It's mostly been navigating space politics. Which is interesting enough, I suppose. I hope that's an adequate summarization. It's going a lot slower than the first book. The first book basically crammed like 6 backstories into one book of approximately the same level. Oh, and the guy who is the cyborg kind of genetic clone version of John Keats is going to go and meet, or at least go to where the pilgrims from the first book are. So we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna kind of stop converging and catch up. Yeah, it's definitely going slowly. Like, you know, obviously there's more to it than that, but that is the summarization. Now, how on earth did I pour coffee on myself? Space politics is fun. It's not the worst. But what I liked about the first book was kind of all the little stories that explored different topics. Like, they weren't necessarily even particularly, like, large-scale ideas, but they were just, like, nice little mini stories. I like that. I like anthologies. I lack the attention for long form content. But no, I liked hearing everyone's backstory, and there was like this ongoing plot of who's the traitor, and that was fun as well. But you know, space politics is okay too, I guess. Chapter 10. Oh god, it's only page 85. I'm not even a fifth of the way through this book, look. Got all this to go. It's gonna require more streams. Oh, apparently it's snowing now as well. There was a lightning storm and a sandstorm earlier. Yep, it is now snowing. The weather on this planet is not consistent. You know, that damn crazy space weather. So it's a desert, but also there seems to be a port town nearish by, and fields. It's a very biodiverse planet. Like on the way through the pilgrimage in the first book, they basically go through every biome known to man. But you know, it can snow in the desert. Well, at least one of us has been productive. Me. I've been productive. Damn, that chapter was 2 pages long. Like, seriously, look. Come on, show. There we go. That makes me feel like I'm making more progress than I actually am. Which is nice. Thank you, book. So it was like reading any Dan Brown book. That man cannot write a chapter that's more than 5 pages long. Detailed but succinct is good. Just write like 3 of them, put them in one book, and have an overarching narrator. And there you go. That's a novel. I feel like I'm bullying this poor book with the way I keep holding it. It's comfier. But I do feel bad for the book. Damn it, coffee kicking. I'd find a way. I need like a sheet music stand to rest it on. I have very strong hands, clearly. I mean, it's just cardboard. Actually, I'd probably just end up ripping the cover off the spine. Trying to fold it over like this. If we're being realistic. Come on, brain, you can get through 1 hour more. Actually, I feel like my grip's gotten weaker recently. I keep, like, struggling to open packages. Had to start, like, cutting stuff open with knives. Makes me sad. I need to get one of those, like, grip things. It's, like, specifically in my fingertips. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with the pinched nerve I have. But then when I went to the doctor, she was like, oh, you seem fine, you seem strong. Like, she didn't say I was fine, I have an injury. But she was like, oh, you're like, she like checked to see if I'd lost strength. I suppose maybe I was stronger before. I mean, I was stronger before in general. Yeah? Engineering. I am your doctor now. You have 3 days to live. Yeah, it's getting better at least. I would like for it to heal. Or at least whatever's doing the pinching. The idea of living with it is stressful. Don't like not being able to move in the way I expect my body to. Then again, I feel the same way about not being able to do backflips. Like, I can envision myself doing backflips, so I feel like I should be able to do a backflip, but I can't. Like, you know when you watch, like, a video of someone doing something, and you're like, yeah, I can definitely do that. That's how I feel. Unfortunately so. There's only so much you can outthink. Unfortunately, my body is stronger and smarter than I am, so I don't really have much of a chance to outthink it. Yeah, I also threw my back out a few years ago, and that seems mostly fine now at least. Who knows, maybe it'll suddenly destroy me in like 40 years. It's almost deafeningly quiet in here. No, I've just realised I'm on 12 subscribers. That means if I get one more, I'll be on 13, and that's unlucky. So either no one needs to subscribe to me ever again, or 2 people do at once. Hell, I'll even gift a sub to avoid being at 13 subs. Superstitions are crazy that way. feel like there's a weird filter in the camera. My skin looks too smooth. And trust that. You're real? I don't know. Maybe I just have nice skin. Exactly, it is a big event. I like to do weird things on streams. It's more fun that way. I wonder what else I could do. Obviously, I've got the Blender stream as the next one. I definitely want to do another reading stream, just to not waste all of the graphics we made today. Do you ever feel like you're supposed to have elf ears? Elf dysmorphia. There's gotta be a way you can, like, surgically or, like, morph your ears into having points, right? Can it really be that hard? I mean, you could definitely do it surgically. But, like, could I just, like, permanently, like, pinch my ears in until they just decide that's the shape they're supposed to be? I mean, but a dog can't consent to having its ears docked. You could consent to surgically having your ears adjusted to look like an elf. That was my favorite thing, actually, in Shadowrun, was there was a negative trait you could get, which basically meant you were, like, obsessed with being a different species. And, basically, I was gonna play a character who really wanted to be an elf. Yeah, you can do double tongue. So I reckon you can with these. But no, so I was gonna play a character who wanted to be an elf. So they had elf ears. But, like, the downside of this negative trait is just anyone of that species just absolutely hates you because you're doing, like, the species equivalent of blackface. And the thing I loved so much about Shadowrun was just all of the negative perks well, obviously they weren't perks. All of the negatives you could add to your character. Like, you could give your character minor to severe allergies. And, like, the point was you gave them negative traits so you could give them more positive traits, but I just wanted to take more negative traits because they were more fun. Like, there was a trait you could take that just meant you were genuinely, like, bad with technology. Like, it would just explode near you. Which is just amazing for a Shadowrun campaign. It's a shame I never got to play more than a few sessions because that was so fun. I loved the character creation in that. What else was there? I remember the allergies. Like, just loads of weird little things you could take, but one of them was just that you really wanted to be an elf. What, as someone who really wants to be an elf? Yeah, like, it was really fun. Like, I want to play more tabletop RPGs, but you need, like, friends, basically, for that. There's not really many you can play with two people. Gotta make more nerd friends. Because, like, I played some Traveller as well, and the character generation for that is ridiculous. Like, you basically have to roll dice for, like, each. I think it's, like, it's either 5 or 10 years of your life. And you can basically end up dead before you start the game if it goes wrong. Like, one of our players ended up just as, like, a brain in a jar because she kept getting injured in this, like, life story bit you had to do. And, like, that was okay, but it was a lot of, okay, now go to page, like, 80, roll on this table. Okay, now you've rolled on that table, go to this different table. It was very much, you wanted to make a video game quite clearly, but really lacked the infrastructure. Because it was basically just, like, searching for your own RNG outcomes constantly. And I like rolling dice, but I like the roleplay sections of it too. When I did play tabletop games, one of my friends really wanted to play the My Little Pony one, because there's an official My Little Pony tabletop game. And we never let him buy the book to do it, because we knew he'd make us do it. It was definitely fun. Like, I wish I got to play more. Ooh, you killed the Titanic? So you're the one time travelers one. Damn, that sounds spooky. I did genuinely think you meant you fought the Titanic itself, not something that was Titanic in size. That makes more sense, though. Now I just want to play a game where you fight the Titanic. Like, you just punch it to move it out of the way of the iceberg. I see, I see. Clearly worn out from holding the weight of a world on his shoulders. Damn it, I can't do a spun up one-handed. Go back. I'm on chapter 13, so I've got to at least read this one and the next. Why do you wish you were and why do you wish you weren't? I am hydrating. You're welcome. You're winning, it's true. Gotta try harder though. I know I can be more distracted than this. Aw, that's a shame. Thank you for dropping by. Clearly not. Gotta talk more. Distract me. I'm making good progress with that book. Can't be allowed. I saw that camera. read chapter 13. One more and I am safe. Tell me more. I will tell you at the end. Game starts off with the bad ones attacking you called into assist. Oh, okay. That's at least an interesting way to reset a narrative. Gotta remember where I started to do that. Oh no. Fine. I did make these rules, and I expected people to use them, but I'm still bitter. beacon from an alien species. Pick up the beacon, bring it on board. Ooh. Interesting. Meaty as in it turns into flesh, or... Okay, I think that's a minute of upside down. I see. Oh, 2 minutes. You got some for free then. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I love bioorganic ships. Ah, you awesome. As they often do. You're so evil. How many channel points do you have anyway? Is that enough to ruin me? Oh my god. This stream is effectively me getting you guys to bully me, to be fair. $1.1k. I mean, you can do a lot with that. Someone tell me when a minute's up. Or don't, if you really want to mess with me. I can't read the time. I feel like I have the book noticeably closer to my face when I take my glasses off. I am nearsighted, but it's pretty near. I noticed eventually. Oh, that's much better. I can see all of you now. And the awful things you say about me when I can't see. No, see that I can't see. I can't remember what page I'm on. I'm checking. This side. It always throws me when the book's upside down. You are the person I have seen get the most enjoyment out of this stream so far, by the way. Oh, I can hear you. I'm surprised the mic hasn't actually picked you up. What were you doing before this? Oh, you have to let Wayne come in. I can hear him crying. Must have been a very funny YouTube video. It is a very good book. He has been allowed in. I can hear him. Thank you. It is a very good sequel. Wait, I was gonna say, like, I thought you could hear through the mic, the cat. But no, the book is very good. I really liked the first one. And, well, he lives there now. It's his bed. You sleep on the floor. He's not gonna do anything under there. He's not that bad. But no, it's a lot slower than the first book, I think. It's different, but it's still fun. I want to see where it goes. Hence the stream to force me to read it. Oh god. Where was I? It's so much harder when it's upstairs. Upstairs? Upside down. Yeah! Do you like it? This is what we were spending all the time on today. Ooh, I think you should. More compliments. We spent hours on this. Wind? Windwagon. The word was windwagon. It does, but I can't turn it on, actually. I'll show you. Since you can't, yeah. But, it's way too bright for some reason. No, Bulbasaur. No, Bulbasaur. Come on. Stay. No. Oh, you can kind of see it, actually. But, like, it's really bright, so you can't read it particularly easily. But, that's, like, the best I've seen it do. Like, I had the light box on as well, and it was just a white orb. It's really annoying. Like, I'm not sure if it's the camera quality or what, but, like, it just can't handle it. Oh, it actually looks a lot better. I'm leaving it on. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure one of the channel points thing is... Oh no, I made it a donation one to put me in the dark. Next time, I'll set up candles. Alright, I'll get some column candles. Yeah, I thought it might be the... Because before I was looking at smaller as well, so that didn't help. Like, you can actually read what it says on the light box now. Maybe my next goal will be to get a good camera. You could donate the $1. I turn on the light box so you can see, but I have to run them both off of the power bank. Oh god, where was I? You're doing a very good job of distracting me, well done. That is your job. That's all of yours jobs, as the stream title says. I don't know this meme. I am oblivious to Dark Souls in general. There we go. Haha, I am free of your wrath. Clearly you don't watch my streams enough, that's why. Oh god, blind and out loud. Fine. Warfare is a perfect medium for an artist, began Reynolds, holding his salad utensil aloft like a baton. And not merely for those craftsmen who have studied the so-called science of war either. He smiled towards Morpurgo and another force officer to the general's right, dismissing both of them from consideration. Only someone who is willing to look beyond the bureaucratic limits of tactics and strategies and the obsequent will to win can truly wield an artist's touch with a medium so difficult as warfare in the modern age. The obsolescent will to win, said the force officer. The data sphere whispered that he was Commander William Magenta Lee, a naval hero of the Maui Covenant conflict. He looked young, middle 50s perhaps, and his rank suggested that his youth was due to years of travelling between the stars rather than Paulson treatments. Of course, obsolescence, laughed Reynolds. Do you think a sculptor wishes to defeat the clay? Does a painter attack the canvas? For that matter, does the eagle or a Thomas hawk assault the sky? Eagles are extinct, grumbled Morpurgo. Perhaps they should have attacked the sky. It betrayed them. Reynolds turned back to me. Waiters removed his abandoned salad and brought the soup course I was finishing. Mr. Seven, you're an artist, an illustrator at least, he said. Help me explain to these people what I mean. I don't know what you mean. While I waited for the next course, I tapped my wineglass. It was filled immediately. From the head of the table 30 feet away, I could hear Gladstone Hunt and several of the Relief Fund chairmen laughing. Spencer Reynolds did not look surprised at my ignorance. For our race to achieve the true Satori, for us to move to that next level of consciousness and evolution that so many of our philosophies proclaim, all facets of human endeavour must become conscious strivings for art. Now I believe I can both see and read in my head. Bye-bye. Well, there's only like 15 minutes left of my stream. Can't believe you're bailing. Enjoy watching YouTube videos again. God, this chapter is so long. I gotta finish it though. You have to get as far away from chapter 13 as possible. Everyone knows that. I wanted it to be fun. That was the point. Everything I do is for amusement. Like I said, I like doing weird things. I am, apparently. Yes, I'm nearly at the end of the chapter, thank fuck. That's fun. I think if I had less social anxiety as a child, I would have been the class clown. What's the point of having a chat if it's not to chat, you know? I've mentioned it before, but when I watch like YouTube videos where people are big streamers as well, it always makes me kind of sad because you can see their chat go by so fast, there's no way they could respond. And I don't know, that just seems lonely. Like, that's not why I want to stream. I want to stream to talk to people and for them to talk to me. So, like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be someone who has thousands of viewers. Like, I'm content with, you know, maybe 50 to 100. Like, I wanna know the people I talk to. Not just have, like, things said to me. Like, it just seems kind of sad. And yes, I have let you speak to me on length about Inazuma 11. I was trapped. But no, I don't know. I would like more success, so I don't have to get a job and I can do this full time. But I don't want too much success. Maybe elsewhere. That success can go elsewhere. But yeah, we've got like 5 minutes left. Yeah, exactly. Enough money to live. Which is a surprising amount more subs now than it used to be. But you know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if I could get by having enough of an audience of people I liked that I could get sponsorships, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I have one. That's more of an affiliate deal. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've let you do that before. You can if you want. Do I read for the last 7 minutes or do I wrap it up? Does anyone have any last minute channel points they want to use to torture me with? Sure, go for it. Okay, to summarize so far. What's happened in the past few chapters? So they took refuge in the time tombs, where the big spiky thing lives. One of their members had wandered off previously and got in a sniper fight where he blew up some very precious old monuments and felt kind of bad about it. Did not successfully kill the sniper, and then basically got chased into the time tombs himself and found a fiery pit with a staircase in it and decided to go up because he could see someone near the top that he was pretty sure was his ex-lover slash murder beast. So, you know, good taste. What else? This very long chapter has been a very awkward dinner party with our main character, who is the genetic clone of John Keats, attempting to navigate through awkward social situations, because from his dreams of our pilgrims, he knows a little bit too much in conversation and can ask people very specific and unnerving questions, and keeps kind of slipping up trying to get information. And that's pretty much it. That's been the last few chapters. Like I said, it's moving kind of slow. We're like, this far through? I can calculate how many pages I've read as well and tell you guys that. Okay, that's chapter 1, chapter 2. Can anyone remember what chapter I started on? That seems familiar. Okay, so in chapter 30, I have read, amusingly, 88 pages this stream. So can I get 88 emotes? No, it's fine. You don't have to. I'll also accept dollars. But I think that's a good place to end it. Read 88 pages in 2 hours and 55 minutes. Not my best score, so I think you guys won this one. I was definitely distracted from reading. I will be back with Skyward Sword tomorrow, and hopefully we can do this kind of stream again. Really wring the use out of that book emote. I hope everyone has a nice evening. Bye bye!